Hi, everybody. I hope everyone is doing great. Welcome back to our midweek update on the RRG chart. We will look at some of the indices on the RRG chart to see where they are headed. We will dive into the current status of various indices, looking at their movement and rotation. Um, you know, so that we are well informed about the crucial trend if there are any changes, and then we can adjust our strategies as well. Um, and then we'll look for. I'll quickly cover the filtering the ideas. In one of the posts, I got a feedback that how should one filter the idea based on RRG, and then daily and weekly time frame to look at it, and what that's significant, right? So let's look at that together. First thing first, I'm on the RRG chart, and I have selected benchmark as Nifty 500 to look at the bigger time frame to see where the different major indices are headed towards. So let's look at the Nifty IT, which I covered last time. So it has a very good RS ratio and good momentum. You can look at this, and the tail, and tail is bigger compared to the smaller tail, right? So Nifty Pharma, again, still having a good RS momentum and RS ratio. Healthcare index, again, good. And you would have seen my post on Twitter about some of the healthcare stocks that I mentioned. So this is just to correlate by running a filter and looking at the RRG as a whole. So it's a top-down approach. Look at the indices first, then look at the stocks, underlying stock within that indices, right? So you find out an opportunity and you ride the opportunities. By the way, one quick disclaimer, whatever we discuss on this call or video, it's not a buy and sell recommendation. This is just to understand and learn about the RRG chart and the different strategies that we can adopt. Um, Nifty FMCG, again, good momentum, right? So now coming back to the second question on how do we filter the ideas based on the RRG chart. As I mentioned before, um, you need to look at as a top-down approach. Look at the indices first, which indices is doing good, and look at the underlying stock within that indices. This is how you identify the ideas from the RRG chart. But I would also recommend to look at the technical analysis as well as do the fundamental analysis as well. I mean, it's not just RRG chart. RRG chart is a tool where it can give you the information about the RS ratio and RS momentum, and it can also give you information about where the sector rotation is, which sector is doing good right now, right? So that's your starting point, and then you do other analysis as well. Um, then look at the oil and gas, and I was tracking oil and gas when it was in lagging, and I kept saying that it is getting into improving. Now it is in leading and closer to the benchmark. Nifty Media again in improving, and I see some improvement in the RS momentum. So let's see how it goes. Sorry, RS ratio. So let's see how it goes. Um, and then let's look at the CPSC. CPSC is having a very good turnaround, but it's still not a clear path whether it will go into leading, but seems like there is a significant improvement in the RS momentum. Remember, folks, y-axis represents the RS momentum and the x-axis represents the RS ratio. So if you see a vertical tail, it's not completely vertical, but having a zigzag, but still a vertical tail. So you can see that the RS momentum has improved, right? So you need to keep an eye on this. Um, yeah, you can look at the manufacturing index as well. Nifty Auto, yeah, there is a slight change in the RS momentum, not a significant one, right? Not a significant one. You can look at this. This node, as of 26th of August, it was having around 97.31 as RS momentum. Now it has a 97.35, right? So there is a change, but keep an eye on this as well. If there is any change and it becomes like 90-degree change and then it goes into leading. Consumer durable, again, very less momentum at this point in time and hovering between leading to weakening, but head is right now in the weakening zone. MNC is in weakening. PSC, yeah, there is a slight change and heading towards leading at the moment, but we'll see how far it goes. But keep an eye on the RS momentum. This is on the weekly chart. And let's look at the PSU Bank. PSU Bank, I can see some traction around getting into improving, but it is not having a very good RS momentum at the moment. So we'll wait for it. Metal, we all know it's under pressure at the moment. We can see on the RRG chart as well. Nifty Reality is in lagging, but again, look at the underlying stock under this. You can find out some of the stocks are still doing good under Nifty Reality. So the majority of the stocks might not be doing well, but look at the underlying stock if there are any opportunities, right? Nifty Bank again having a pressure, private bank again having a pressure, Nifty Commodities in lagging, energy is headed towards improving, infrastructure is under lagging, and Nifty Financial Services. I think most of the banks are included in this indices, so probably you may want to add some of the wealth management companies to see the trend. So this is the overall trend of the major indices, right, on a weekly chart. You can also change the time frame to daily and look at the daily time frame as well. Um, for a longer duration, look for a weekly. For shorter duration, you can look for a daily. 5 days move represent on a daily chart uh, represents a 5 days movement on a daily chart represents a 1 week. So remember this, and you can compare with the different time frame as well. I'll record another video to compare the daily versus weekly to see how we need to read through it. That would be my next video. But this was a quick video to record the current weekly status within the last week, because let me just go back to strike. So what happens is the moment you change it to daily, it also contains the data for 29th August to 4th of September, which is as of today. So it consists the data as of today for this week, right? Starting uh, the week was started on 2nd of September, right? So this has the data, so you can correlate with your weekly status as well. Now, so we covered the following: the midweek update, filtering the ideas. As I said, look at the top-down approach, and then we have also looked at it the daily and weekly time frame, and you can play around with the daily and weekly time frame to see how the indices are moving and underlying stocks as well. So, and you have an option. I think I have covered this before as well. So you have an option to upload multiple stocks under watch list. So you can go to the watch list, create one, and upload multiple stocks to study those based on RRG, and you can also include the fundamentals and technical view as well, and get more insight about it. I'll leave a link of subscribing the RRG chart in under the description. And if you wish to subscribe, you can feel free to subscribe to get more insight about RRG as well as other features available on the Strike platform. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll keep it short as I always promise. And have a great week ahead. And Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.